Hello everyone, my Task 5 agility drills will be focusing on three main drills. They consist of the lateral shuffle, a box drill and a suicide drill. We will primarily focus on the lateral shuffle, but spend some time looking at the other two. The three drills are familiar to me in my time playing football as a sportsman a few years back. I'll be using the drills on three different athletes from three different sports. We have a boxer, a kickboxer and a footballer. It'll be interesting to see how they deviate from each other, as we know they all have different techniques in their sports, different footwork patterns and different qualities. So let's take a look. Okay, so taking a quick look at our boxer, something that is quickly apparent is the legs crossing over each other. So we made this a point, and in his second attempt it didn't happen so much. Something else to note is that the athlete likes to put both hands on the floor each time he shuffles from left to right. Taking a look at this in slower time, you can see where the athlete likes to cross over the legs just behind and in front of each other. If you also look at when he shuffles left to right, when he gets to the baselines, he likes to plant two hands on the floor rather than the traditional take the load on one side and push off. The deceleration process is hindered. So now looking at our footballer, where this kind of movement may be more orthodox, he has a more fluent shuffle without the crossover in feet, and he also likes to place the one traditional arm on the floor and push off each side. So if we look at our footballer in slow-mo, you can see that the shuffles do not cross over, and this tends to be something that is taught from a younger age in football, and also the smaller feet approach as opposed to the larger feet in the shuffle in boxing. So this may be a bit more natural to this athlete. As you can also see, he uses the approach with the one hand to push off one side of the body, and it allows him to be more fluent in his movement. The athlete is a lot taller than the previous, so using the one arm approach to get down and shuffle suits much better. So moving on to our kickboxer, something that is quickly notable is that he gets very low with a wider stance from left to right in his shuffles. When we slow his second attempt down, you can clearly see the wider steps, the lower stance, and still using the one arm approach, getting down at baseline to push off to back into the middle. Almost like a speed skater kind of approach. Also take a quick note at the other arm with the swing, giving the athlete a little bit more velocity in his push off. So I'm going to let the next few just run, just particularly because of the time of this video and what we got done, but I wanted to put them in because we kind of did them when we did our drills and it's just nice looking at. This drill is really apparent with jockeying, particularly in football, and it is quite notable with the football athlete and the problems that the other two kind of have when it comes to the backpedaling. So if you take a little look at Jordan here coming through, nice big steps when he's accelerating out, but then he's got the nice small steps in the jockeying back, and that's something that comes second nature to someone who's been training in football drills. Whereas the other two, again, I speak about their larger steps that their sport consists of. The change of speed and the change of direction is something that is new to them, and you can see it. So if you have a look here, nice accelerating out, but then it's still a big sort of jockey out of the blocks when they get to the cones, and this is hindering in the change of direction. You can see it there as it comes out of the blocks. Something that is more notable now looking back at it is that all three tend to forget to use the upper body, particularly in the arm swings when having to decelerate and push away to create momentum. All three spend plenty of time in the gym, and it's quite apparent that we need to spend more time in these kind of drills. Continuing with letting it run into our suicide drill, something that's quite apparent is, with this being a more linear drill without the lateral shuffles, all three find it more orthodox and find it easier to change pace and change acceleration rates over the previous drill where there was some lateral movement and changes in direction.
Back pedal, changing the gears.